Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to GregTech, where we are gonna play with black gold today. Also, something about platinum. Apparently, you guys really want me to get some platinum from the end, so let's look into that. But first of all, oil. So, first of all, I've collected 16 oil cells. I did this by going to the desert with a digital tank and a couple of buckets and just bucket into the tank and then put from the tank into the cells, because apparently you cannot pick oil up directly into cells, so I went the slightly strange way around it. But over here I have prepared the 2 centrifuges, the 2 pumps, the 2 electrolyzers, as well as some energy flow circuits and a highly advanced machine block. This was a lot of material, a lot of crafting, a lot of iron particularly, and steel. But we now have the distillation tower, like a refinery, but with byproducts and more energy efficient. So that's a pretty good deal, sounds like it. So in here I have advanced machine casings and standard machine casings. I should have enough of each to make the structure. The only question I don't really know is whether this structure actually needs some liquid inside or something, but I guess we'll figure that out. So the idea was that I would put it down here in the basement. We have the height, just about 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can just fit it in here. The distillation block itself is going to have to be down on the bottom floor, and then we're going to have some pipes running underneath from this tank here, which is going to be the raw oil. That's the plan, at least. So we're going to have raw oil coming into this tank. We're going to have it come out here and then being sent underneath here to the distillation tower block, which is going to be somewhere around here. And yeah, that's gonna be the setup we have. So I'm gonna grab some of these cherry wood slabs that we've been using in order to just quickly, make a little suitable place to actually do this. So let's see, we need 1 slab there, there, there. And then we can put the distillation tower here, and we can start making the multi-block structure. So it needs a layer of standard casings, then leads a layer of advanced, and standard again. So I'm hoping that my math is not wrong, but it would appear that I'm, in fact, fully capable of building this thing. So that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Grab these 3 and there. And that should actually be what is necessary. So distillation tower. And well, of course I ended up blocking up the light that shows whether it's actually complete or not. So let's just quickly uncover that for a moment. Yes, it is correct. Good. Then we can cover it again. So, with that done, we can fill in a bit of this so we can actually get down here easily without necessarily breaking everything. I kind of like this little floaty bridge setup I have around here. It allows me to get to everywhere without problems. But for structures that are slightly bigger than everything else, it proves a bit of an issue, but we'll manage. So we need some 128 power to this, which is oddly enough exactly what we have here coming to the vacuum cooler, the vacuum freezer, yeah. And this thing is not going to be on that much. Like, it's again with the blast furnace thing, or not the blast furnace, the implosion compressor. It's a very niche thing to use. So I say we just steal some power from this. I'm gonna have to replace the torch. So I'm hoping I have enough cables to reach around. It sure looks like it. There we go. And then we can have oil coming in from the bottom, and then potentially, if depending on how this actually works, like if we can pump in the liquid oil directly, then I am guessing the fuel will be coming out, and then we can have a fuel tank here next to it or something like that. So let us just quickly set up a pipe to actually bring oil into it. So for that we need to get underneath here, and we need to either use the GregTech pipes with a pump module. I think that I don't know if the tank will output automatically into them. That's my big worry. If not, then we're gonna need a pump module, which I don't think I have any more of. The other option is just getting some industrial or some Buildcraft pipes, and I think that is the easy way. We can just get some gold in here. We have some cactus green somewhere. I know we have a bunch more of this stuff somewhere. So waterproof those and use the golden pipes. Again, it's slower transfer rate, not very efficient in any way, but it's very, very foolproof. And judging from how I handled the water to the grinder situation, I believe foolproof is the exact correct way for me to go. So, okay, got pipe sealant, I have the pipes. Let's just quickly count how many we need so I don't end up wasting a bunch of them. Again, it's not really a waste, I have so much gold. But, again, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. There we are. And this should do the trick. Now again, these pipes are not very pretty, but they should do the job. And fill in the floor again, because why not? And now we have the ability, sort of. We still need an engine here, but we can sort of pump oil from this tank into this now when we need it. We should also have enough power coming to it, meaning that I can actually put in these oil cells, and now we just need a bunch of extra cells for the byproducts. Now, that's a bit of an issue because my extra cells are actually all tied up at the moment. I have so much helium free here, as you can see. I kind of want to put that in a tank. I don't know if it can go in the digital tank, and also I kind of want to use the digital tank for something else. But I'm saving this for the fusion reactor. That might be stupid, but we got some helium cells that I'm keeping for, yeah, other stuff. We have mercury cells that I could, I guess, toss through the grinder. See, what do we have that can use some mercury over here? I have 14 of them so far, so let's see. Tetrahedrite, does that use mercury? Nope. I guess we'll take some copper then. Copper gives us a bit of free gold when we use the cells. So, oh, 30 cells in here. That's almost enough. 4 cells in here. That's enough. We're just kind of scraping by here, but I need to refine a bunch of tin and get that going. So if we toss these in here, it started working already. So with power coming through this one, being fed, of course, from the other side here, I have the thermal centrifuge disconnected because I don't really use it that often at all. It's just not enough machine to have, but I don't use it that much. We have of course, the power supply for the blast furnace here. Keep doing its own thing. But yeah, this seems to be working. It's doing something at least. And yeah, it's gonna take some time. In the meantime, let us look into how to obtain platinum, because platinum, I've been to the end actually. I have gathered a bit of sheltonite ore, and thus I also have a bit of platinum. I can't remember exactly where I put it, but I have some somewhere. I think it might be, I have a bit of cooperite dust in surplus. I think I used all the platinum actually to make the. Yeah, I think I used it to make the distillation tower, but I did collect some. The way I did that was building cobblestone bridges all over the end, and while it worked, it wasn't very efficient and was not very fun. So I want to look into making the classic thing that pretty much every single tech mod in Minecraft has, a jetpack. So there are 2 ways to go about this. There is the electric jetpack, which this item is actually a bad box, as you can see. But because of the whole metadata thing, the recipe doesn't actually show completely correctly. But I'm thinking that since we have the refinery downstairs now, and we get diesel fuel, we should be able to fill that diesel into fuel cans. And thus, let's see here, biofuel and coal fuel. Is that really it? Biofuel. So if we were to fill the jetpack with biofuel, we would have to pretty much disconnect this machine up here. Like we have the diesel generator here filling up with biofuel. So we basically have to disconnect it at this stage here, have this one not output, and then we would have biofuel we could pick up here and toss into the jetpack. Unless of course there is some other way to... Well, the electric jetpack is part of the quantum suit. So I'm thinking that the electric jetpack makes more sense to make. So I think we're going to go with that. Now I'm not going to make a new bat box. I'm going to replace one of these I have with a GregTech charger. So let's make one of those instead. So for that I'm going to need a bunch of chests. This is such a common crafting component. It's ridiculous. So many chests. And then we need to find a charger. So the basic one is the charger box, which needs a basic machine hull, 2 plates, an RE battery, just for some internal storage, I guess. Misclick. Can I make an RE battery with stuff I have in here? Nope, I need 10 item casings. Did I ever make an item casing thing for this? Nope, I did not. Alright, so 10 plates. Plate cutting machine. 1, 2. There we go. And that should take care of that. No? I'm missing redstone. There we go. RE battery. Now I'm gonna need a circuit as well. I'm gonna need some iron plates. I'm actually gonna need another 2 iron plates. Do I have? Yes, I do. Excellent. So let's make the machine hull. Again, the iron plate machine hull is not really worth making in the assembly machine, at least in my opinion. I need the cables. It's not really worth making in there, in my opinion, because of the way it, well, basically, it uses the same amount of resources without really. So we grab this, and then we put in this. And then once this is loaded up, we take one of these small lithium batteries here. There we go. These machines should all have power again. I don't know if I want to test it, but that should be fine. So, with the bat box liberated, let's see if we can make the jetpack. We need iron atom casings, we need glowstone dust, and we need an advanced circuit. So one of those. Get some iron plates in the plate cutting machine. Again, very simple. 1 set. And 2 set. Toss that in here along with the circuit. Let's see. We need the bat box in the middle. And finally 2 bits of glowstone. Will the recipe work? Yes, it will. And if we charge this up, how long will it allow me to fly? That is the other question. And the third question, of course, then being, do we need to make a charger box so that we can actually, you know, charge it in the end again, or will the charge it has be enough? And finally, can we charge it with the lithium backpack? Like, that's, again, a bunch of kind of vital bits of information here. So we can fly, and if we press O, actually hold on, let's see what the toggle button is again. I see 2 mode switch. Yeah, that is still O. Because it should have a hover mode, which I actually kind of like, but I'm trying to somehow set it to hover mode. Boost key. I don't know what these keys actually are. Maybe I have to be pressing space. Yeah, okay, there we go. Hover mode. So this one goes up slowly, but it prevents fall damage. So it's a pretty good method of getting around. I'll need to rebind the O key to something that isn't bound to anything else. Like I have Z for this map zoom, I have X for the big map, I have C for something else. What does C actually do? Let's just have a look, see where is C? Side inventory key, let's swap these around. I don't even know what the side inventory means. So if I press space and C, then hover mode is disabled. And enabled, yes. That's also going to work with the mining laser, so that's good. Now, is this thing done? Yes, it is. So we have glycerol cells, we got sulfuric acid, we have methane, and diesel, which It's fantastic. Like 128,000 EU for every single diesel cell is pretty good. And we can even one-up that if we take this glycerol cell that we got. Actually, nitrocarbon, is there any good way to do that? Nitrogen cell. How do you get this? Saltpeter dust. Enderpearl dust. That might be a good way to do it. Well, that's a stupid thing to do. And nitrogen dioxide, that's not really that convenient. But the saltpeter thing, I guess, is the more convenient one. So saltpeter you can get from salt sand, which just also gives us a bunch of oil cells we can use for other stuff. So overall, yeah, going through salt sand like that is a pretty good idea. So this methane here we can toss in here. There's not much other use for it. Get some energy flowing there. We can take the diesel cells as well as the glycerol and toss in the chemical reactor to get some nitrodiesel. And these sulfuric acid cells we can either, take apart to get sulfur back, which is stupid, or we can toss them into battery hulls and get single-use batteries, which is an easy way to get a bit of power out of it. Question is whether I have any battery hulls that I'm not using. But yeah, again, this is one of the things that's gonna end up sucking up a lot of cells, basically. So ideally, I guess you want to have a tank for this, or you want to just do something with them immediately. I also made a bunch of blocks of gold here because I had so much gold. So let's see, do I have any battery alloy? Yes, I do. I have 5. I need 6. Bah. Do I have any more battery alloy in here? Nope. None there. I can make a small battery, and that's gonna be like a wee bit of power, but I would prefer to have one of the bigger ones so I can take 4 at a time. Let's see, do I have any antimony dust then? Let's see here. Nope. No battery alloy for us. Alright, I'm gonna need to refine some tetrahedrite then, but yeah, that's gonna happen between recordings. So if I just quickly clear my inventory, whew, get rid of some of this stuff. I guess the rest of the diesel we can toss in a chest for now. We could also toss it in a diesel generator, but let's just quickly stash it here for now. And finally, just quickly check the reactor here. It's done nitrodiesel. So by adding the glycerol to the diesel cells, we've basically tripled the output of each of them. So this is as good a fuel as you can get. So we can either waste it or we can burn it in a diesel generator. Now it's gonna burn for a long time, but I need some power, so I'm just gonna toss these in here and then leave that. That's gonna take a while to empty out, but yeah, I need the power. Also, should I not have 5 cells on me? Did I not put 5 in here? Yeah, then where is the 5th cell? Where is the 5th empty cell? Did it manage to pump it out and put it back into the system here? Yes, it did. Alright, fantastic. So, the end. Let's go. And thanks to the power of skipping past boring stuff, we are now at the end portal. So I'm gonna put on my pumpkin, I'm gonna put on my jetpack. Let's check what mode it's in. It's alright, it's not in hover mode anymore because I need to get up to those islands rather fast. And I have a bunch of cobblestone so we can actually build around him to capture the stuff. I also have the lithium backpack and the rock cutter in case we need to silk touch something. So let's go. Alright, so this is the end of the world as we know it. Now you can see over there I have this little spiral staircase going up. That's where I got the first bit of platinum. So I'm thinking that instead of going over there, let's have a look at these islands that I think are up north. I think there are some up here. We'll see. There is It's so hard to see with this fucking nose in the middle of the screen. I also gotta keep a close eye on the amount of charge I have left, because I have limited amount of cobblestone with me. And while I do have the backpack, I don't actually have a way of transferring power into the jetpack. So this is gonna be a short trip, but it's gonna be more of a proof of concept trip than it's gonna be. I guess we need to go over here. Those are the only ones close enough to warrant trying. So again, in order to save a bit of fuel, let's start out by following my cobble path from last time, and then go from there. So all of these endermen here, what kind of I'm thinking of doing is make a little holdout base near the end portal, the exit portal, where the ceiling is only 2 blocks high and such, so that I can walk around safely without an enderman popping in. And of course maybe have a little pumpkin farm there just in case, and finally have an area for killing endermen safely. So yeah, you can see this spiral staircase here. It's very, very fancy, but it's a hill to get up. So we need to find some more platinum, and that means going to this island over here, I think, because I don't think I've been up there. There is some at the end of this island here, so let's get up here. There we are. That didn't take too much power. And see, okay, so this is the stuff we want, sheltonite ore. So we need to get below this with some cobblestone in order to catch it if it should fall. And then generally just be careful with what we do. So far so good. Just 4 more bits of cobble to place, and there we go, we can pick this up. So this drops as a normal ore that you then have to refine, so it should go in a miner's backpack, yeah. So in here, if we look sheltonite ore, put in the industrial grinder with, let's see, a bit of mercury. I think that's a good thing because it gives you free cooperite. You can either melt it for 10 platinum nuggets, or you can, again, push it through the rock crusher or the universal macerator, which gives you the purified stuff, which you can then filter to get even more nickel out of. And then 6 of them will give you free platinum dust. So, if platinum is your goal, it actually does appear that melting the unimpure, or the recipe here. So this stuff, if you take this and melt it directly, you get 10 platinum nuggets. So you get 20 platinum nuggets for every single ore you push through, or 30 if you use the mercury to refine it. So you get 3.3 ingots worth of platinum for 1 ore, whereas you need 2 full ores to get 3 platinum otherwise. So yeah, this is one of the cases where this early game sort of easy way to get a bit of extra stuff is actually the best way to refine it, because palladium doesn't actually have any uses as of right now, at least not in my mod pack. So you can melt it into ingots, of course, and the ingots have all the standard recipes. You have nuggets, you have plates, you have rods, but it's not actually used in anything that what I can tell. Like maybe something needs a palladium gear, I don't know. Nope, nothing. So no use whatsoever. So basically, crush it up, melt it directly, that's how you do it. Alright, so let's see, there is a good bunch of tungstate up there. We have some olivine up here, which also might be well worth gathering. Let's have a look at the olivine. So this stuff here is also one of the stranger ores to mine. Now if I quickly find it here, olivine ore uses, we can either industrial grind it up to get some pyro OP dust, which doesn't contain anything valuable really, and 6 small piles of dust, which makes this equal to getting 1, 2.5 dust from gems. But the thing is, the reason we want olivine is not because of the dust, it's because of the gems, because the gems can be used to first of all make a block, which you can then slice up and use to make the data storage circuits. So you want the gems and not the dust here. And for that reason I'm gonna fortune these, but I did not bring my fortune pickaxe because I am stupid, so I'm gonna have to silk touch him anyway. So yeah, And then finally we have there are two more indoors here. There is tungstate and there is the sodalite. Now the sodalite ore, I believe, let's quickly, I have a bunch of this. Like this was something that was very easy to find. You crush it up, you get sodalite, you get small parts of sodalite dust and small parts of laterite dust. So it's an easy way to get some laterite dust immediately. And the sodalite dust, basically what you can do with it, it's blue dye. That's about it. You can also get a bunch of aluminium, silicon and sodium out of it. So I guess this is the real treasure. I don't know what chlorine is actually used for. Nothing. Okay. But yeah. Again, tungstate of course used for tungsten, and finally we have, I think that's actually all of them. So, but yeah, the platinum is the big treasure here, and I'm gonna use as much of my jetpack as I dare to try and find more of it before I leave. But I'm not sure how much luck I'll end up having. We'll see. I'll be searching around for a bit, and then I will see you next time, where hopefully we have other very interesting projects to do. So until then, I'm Jerry, this has been GregTech, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!